woman. 72 minutes, one swig of cough medicine, and a chunk of Mars bar later. And this was going to be in the set last night. To what extent I was going to do it, I don't know, because the thing lasts 24 minutes. But anyway, this is a song about someone who means a great deal to me. This is a song of respect and admiration, and it's called The Fair Angel of Sherborne.
2, 3, 4.
There were 3 sides to every story told, of one whose eyes did caress and scold, who stroked the night and made the dawn unfold, before whom sunrise bowed her head forlorn. The one whose secrets all must keep, for behind her curtains none must peep, but she may be glimpsed in this tale that I speak of the fair angel of Sherborne. Some say she will ne'er be bound by time, nor laid to rest 'neath the last bell's chime. Some say she can only be painted in rhyme, the womb from which all poetry is born. And her beauty pales all emphasis, pre-Raphaelite or impressionist. What metaphor can pay a homage kiss to the fair angel of Sherborne? What wind or wave could quell her flame? What mortal man could wear her name? Her truth, the sword that bears all shame, and her heart, the rack on which repentance is torn. All sinners' lust she puts to rout, all devils' deeds are driven out, while innocent minds are cast free from doubt by the fair angel of Sherborne. No scholar could teach the knowledge she knows, learned in lands no map ever shows, for uncharted sands have been trod by those toes that the Magi with jewels wouldst adorn. On the pyre of piety where dead men bathe, she danced and she sang, untouched and unscathed, and fables will tell how the tainted were saved by that fair angel of Sherborne. The summer's moon was granted but second place to that cream contoured splendor of her face, infinite finesse and unshielded grace. She stood no bridge 'tween the queen and the pawn, and in her safety all were secure, the hurt and the weak, the meek and the pure. Behind a soft armor the unloved were adored by the fair angel of Sherborne. Upon On her fair plateau all injustice knelt, the ice-handed thrall of fear would soon melt, and each tear-streaked child need she has felt, and the winter stares, the uncaring, she made warm. She would take the blows from those they intended, close broken vows she forgave or she mended. There was none so lost that was not befriended by the fair angel of Sherborne. She did bring the growling, howling storm to kneel. The capricious sun was unchained from the wheel, unburdened by fake and rebirth in real, by that unplucked rose who bloomed bereft of thorn. And no poisoned tongue could e'er shade her ear. Humility smote down the insincere. There was no distance that was not called near by the fair angel of Sherborne. She bore no stigmata of contradiction, wore no passionate or innocence restriction, uncursed by vanity's subtle addiction, for that stifling love had long since been forsworn. No curves assailed her trail of glory, nor chapters paused that perfect story, and no fleeting touch was so inflammatory as the fair angels of Sherborne. To every lost orphan she was the mother, whose eyes she dried and whose fears she covered, and no mortal man could e'er be her lover. For who would dare to touch that child of the morn? Destiny's closed its veil her sweet breasts. What unblessed hands could undo such a dress? The soft touch of kindness was the only caress of the fair angel of Sherborne. No darkness could live none 'neath her pure light. Injustice she plundered, all wrongs she made right, and those who sculpt evil she painted contrite. The soul she saved when from the form 'twas shorn, and in her shadow wise men kneeled, the best to have their relevance steeled, whilst every broken nightingale's wing was healed by the fair angel of Sherborne. She overlooked none who lay cursed by need. To the starved of love she planted fresh seed. When the insecure cut her, she refused to bleed, but forgave no matter how hard this waiting one mourns. She would overturn not even one sworn vow, though who could chastise her anyway, anyhow? The future was naught to her but here and now. To the fair angel of Sherborne, and her eyes stay the mercury mirrors of youth, sapphire purveyors of purest truth, whose magic no eons could ever reduce, while she lay down laws to which even time shall conform. Suffragette wind-swept queen of the rain, unscaled tower, easer of pain, no gift from the paupers of love she disdain, not the fair angel of Sherborne. There are no sullied rules that mystery cannot break. She could walk through the walls or upon the lake. False acclaim and slander lay slain in her wake, and the greed worshippers watch their paper idols torn. Her dancing smile that soothes the beast turns hatred's famine into feast, while those who crave most are granted least from the fair angel of Sherborne. Her soft pastel vision rode the sufferance of age, pirouetting time on an empty stage, from the breath of the ocean to the hurricane's rage. There was no unjust law left unreformed. From the distant hills of Babylon, through the waters Christ once strode upon, to the merest touch of time only just gone, ruled the fair angel of Sherborne. In jade cloistered halls of coincidence, she would speak soft of new experience, and her cadence reflected no staged pretense, for in her presence all deceit was shorn. The modesty of the gliding swan that pauses, pleases, lingers on, like the calmness of autumn leaves on the pond, was the fair angel of Sherborne. No snipe-decked corridor was she feared to walk, and there lay no language she could not talk. No deformity so made her blink, pause, or balk, nor stray away from the goodness to which she was born. The unturned page was hers to read, and all barren ground would burst, bloom and bleed. Nurtured, pure, good, gift of need is the fair angel of Sherborne. The tide shall rise, the haunted dusk would fall, should she but beckon, should she only call, possessed by none but encompassing all. There was no grief felt that could fail to make her mourn, but no insolence that puce worship brings could e'er turn her head, nor crusted rings. She knows all empires are mere man-made things, does the fair angel of Sherborne. though many stalk the moles of malevolence, praising soft-fleshed slave with sweet incense, but valor, not value, is love's true defense, and all who pass within her grasp conform. And though the night flares meretricious, accused, refused, or suspicious, the confused know she is always with us, is the fair angel of Sherborne. One glance tells trust from false pretender, the slanderer from the sonnet sender. And though many have wooed her with hearts like November, no merit with her wins medals on bloodied uniform. And silence rolls the hills like thunder as men weep and women wonder, for she casts her spell and all fall under. Does the fair angel of Sherborne. Her artist's eye sees the revealed and the hidden, uncovers the blazed trail saints have ridden, and she brooks no boundaries, calls no land forbidden, no path of light nor righteousness has she forsworn. Divine, defined, and parallel, who could want her and live to tell what malefactor could pierce the shell of the fair angel of Sherborne? To the tearful, the fearful, she brought salvation, and unto the blindfold she taught revelation, and the weakest found strength in her confirmation, that the meek shall enter into paradise unscorned. And no hand of man could e'en take her measure, for nothing desire-fueled can e'er be treasured, but to worship her, that is nature's pleasure. Of the fair angel of Sherborne. The pattern petals fall to make her a bed, and the malcontent gale calmed whenever she said, whilst pied pipers followed wherever she led. She soft seduced the aloof, the franchised indrawn. Ingress sanctioned and ingress polished, all slavery-strewn marriage crypts lie demolished. The casure no poet that e'er dare abolish is the fair angel of Sherborne. As pilgrims wrote fables of the romance of the rose, 'twas she birthed the verse and suckled the prose, and the heartsick she salved as each heartache arose, for the Satanesque vision of pity was hers to perform. The nightingale song, the chalice unspilt, the subtle erosion of false prophets' guilt, were all the foundations on which her legend stands built. Ah yes, the fair angel of Sherborne. And Though echoes of dead dreams do litter most streets, hers fly in triumph with fear at their feet. Proud, strong and loud, alive and complete, and she laughs at the evil that false gods do spawn. The mountain of love that all seek to scale, but unpure are they, and so fall and fail. That silk, close sylph, that all final grail, is the fair angel of Sherborne. Hark, the sideshow balladeers song it recalls, how the deed still survives when mortality falls, and not Caesar's gardens nor Jericho's walls could escape from the fate they were drawn. But her sheltering cloak the fires extinguish, the balm of her hand all pain does diminish, and sadness its slaves is forced to relinquish by the fair angel of Sherborne. Yeah, the bug inside my guitar has come loose.